Today our topic is why you need to stop seeking external validation. Let's talk about something that affects almost everyone at some point in their lives, the need for approval from others. We all want to be liked, accepted, and praised. It's natural. But when this need becomes too strong, it can control our lives in ways that are not healthy. We start making choices based on what others think, rather than what we truly want or believe in. This can lead to stress, unhappiness, and even a loss of who we really are. So, why is it so important to stop seeking external validation? Let's dive into this. First, let's understand what external validation means. It's when you rely on other people's opinions, praise, or approval to feel good about yourself. For example, you might post a photo on social media and wait for likes and comments to feel happy. Or you might work hard at your job not because you love it, but because you want your boss to say, "Good job." These are examples of seeking validation from outside yourself. The problem is, when you depend on others to feel good, you give away your power. You let other people decide your worth, and that's not a good place to be. Now, let's talk about why this happens. From a young age, many of us are taught to seek approval. As children, we get praised for doing well in school, for being polite, or for following the rules. This teaches us that our value comes from what others think of us. Over time, this habit can become so strong that we forget to listen to our own feelings and desires. We start living for others, not for ourselves. But here is the truth. No matter how much approval you get from others, it will never be enough. There will always be someone who doesn't like you, who criticizes you, or who makes you feel like you're not good enough. If you base your self-worth on their opinions, you'll always feel insecure. So, what's the solution? The solution is to stop seeking external validation and start finding validation within yourself. This means learning to trust your own judgment, to value your own opinions, and to love yourself for who you are. It's not easy, but it's worth it. When you stop depending on others for approval, you become free. You can make choices that are true to yourself, not what others expect of you. You can live a life that feels authentic and meaningful. Let's look at some practical steps to help you stop seeking external validation. The first step is to become aware of when you're doing it. Pay attention to your thoughts and actions. Are you doing something because you want to, or because you want others to like you? For example, if you're about to post something on social media, ask yourself why. Is it to share something you're passionate about, or is it to get likes and comments? If it's the latter, maybe it's better not to post it. This small act of self-awareness can help you break the habit of seeking approval. The second step is to practice self-compassion. This means being kind to yourself, even when you make mistakes or when others criticize you. Remember, no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and that's okay. Instead of beating yourself up, try to learn from your mistakes and move on. Self-compassion also means recognizing your own worth, even when others don't. You don't need someone else to tell you you're valuable. You are valuable simply because you exist. The third step is to set boundaries. This means saying no to things that don't align with your values or desires. For example, if a friend asks you to do something you don't want to do, it's okay to say no. You don't have to please everyone. Setting boundaries can be hard, especially if you're used to seeking approval. But it's an important part of taking control of your life. When you set boundaries, you show yourself that your needs and desires matter. The fourth step is to focus on your own goals and passions. When you're busy working towards something you care about, you'll have less time to worry about what others think. For example, if you love painting, spend more time painting. If you want to learn a new skill, go for it. When you focus on your own goals, you'll feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment that doesn't depend on others' approval. Now, let's talk about Stoicism an ancient philosophy that can help you stop seeking external validation. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control what others think or do, but we can control our own thoughts and actions. This is a powerful idea. It means that instead of worrying about what others think, we should focus on being the best version of ourselves. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within, not from external things like fame, money, or approval. By practicing Stoicism, you can learn to be content with yourself, no matter what others say or do. Another important idea in Stoicism is the concept of the inner citadel. This is like a fortress inside you, where your true self lives. No matter what happens in the outside world, your inner citadel remains strong and untouched. When you focus on building this inner strength, you become less affected by others' opinions. You realize that your worth doesn't depend on what others think of you. It comes from within. Finally, let's talk about motivation and inspiration. When you stop seeking external validation, you free yourself to pursue what truly matters to you. You no longer have to follow the crowd or do things just to fit in. Instead, you can follow your own path, guided by your own values and desires. This can be incredibly motivating. When you're doing something you truly believe in, you'll feel a sense of purpose that can drive you forward, even when things get tough. Remember, it's not about being perfect or never caring what others think. It's about finding a balance. It's okay to want to be liked and accepted, but it shouldn't control your life. Your happiness and self-worth should come from within, not from others. So, take small steps every day to build your inner strength. Practice self-awareness, self-compassion, and setting boundaries. Focus on your own goals and passions. And remember the wisdom of Stoicism. You can't control what others think, but you can control how you respond. In conclusion, stop seeking external validation and start finding it within yourself. This is one of the most important things you can do for your mental and emotional well-being. When you stop depending on others for approval, you become free to live a life that's true to who you are. You will feel more confident, more authentic, and more at peace. So, take a deep breath, let go of the need for approval, and start living for yourself. You deserve it.